if you want to look like this guy or this guy, maybe achievable, maybe not, doesn't matter, but you want to look the best, right? So do this and you'll feel the benefits. 45 to 60 minutes is simple, it's easy, nothing too complicated, very classic, old school, but with a little bit of twist here and there since we're going for hypertrophy. My name is Yasser and I'm a performance coach for athletes, and let's get right into it. So our first exercise, best body weight exercise ever, is the pull-up. The reason we're going to target it first is you're fresh, your arms are not going to give out on you, and you can really control your movements and not try to swing. There are going to be a few points I'm going to talk about so that you keep in mind to derive the most amount of benefit out of this. Now with the pull-up, we're not going to go for 10 to 15 repetitions because that'll be crazy and I don't think I can do it. Maybe you can, again, you're strong, maybe more than me, but let's try to milk it out properly because I am able to do a few unbroken reps of pull-ups. I have started putting load around my waist. So I hang a belt. So this time I had 10 kgs wrapped around it, hanging between my legs, wink wink. What I've done is I've pulled myself up. Now that's not the important point. The important point is when you come down, it has to be really controlled. I don't want you to half-ass the movement and try to just pull yourself back here because that is not a bloody pull-up. I literally dropped an F-bomb over there. What you want to do is you want to get into a lockout where your arms are absolutely straight. This is when actual hypertrophy happens. This is where when you're loading that muscle in a stretch position, that's where you get the most gains. So I'm not looking at 10 to 15 repetitions. I'm looking at 4 sets of 4 to 5 good reps. So now as I got tired after doing a few sets, I removed the belt and started doing it with my body weight, and man did it hurt. It was burning at one point because I couldn't pull myself up. So as much ever I could pull, I just made sure that I was controlling and slowing down that eccentric movement as much as possible to derive the best value out of it. Great exercise, has to be part of your upper body regime. If you're not doing it, you're missing out. One hell of a bicep arm workout as well. Let's get to the next one. Now, bench press, old school, classic, nothing beats it. But what I've done is I've gone for an inclined bench press because my upper chest development is slightly not the best. So I'm just trying to target that a lot. Plus also it puts you at an advantageous position to work on your anterior deltoid as well, and will work on your triceps. Now you could do a barbell setup if you feel comfortable with it. The reason I've gone for the dumbbells is because of the added stretch I can get. So if you look at the video, my arms are coming down and I'm trying to get them to the point of my probably nipple right here, and then push back up. So control the movement down and then go back up. Again, don't half-ass it. Try to milk out every eccentric movement out of there. Another thing, don't just let loose. Hold that contraction while you're in stretch, probably for a second or two if you have that ability, and push up. The way I have structured this one is 4 sets of 10, 8, 6, 4 or 6, 6, depending whether you're increasing the weight or not. By the end of it, I had almost 25 kg or 27.5 kg in each arm, so I was pretty tired. Now if I switched pull-ups afterwards, my grip would have actually given out on me before, let's say, my back did. So the reason I put pull-up there was primarily for this reason. Your triceps are going to take a beating, your anterior delts are going to be loaded, and your chest development is going to be insane in this time under tension method. I've not gone for any tempo over here. Just make sure you control it as much as you can. When I say control, I'm not saying that you take 10 seconds for it to come down. Otherwise you're just going to tire yourself out and not finish the repetitions, although you will make the gains, but just stick to it and it just makes your life easy. 4 sets of 10, 8, 6, 6. The third exercise is a single arm dumbbell row. I love the single arm dumbbell row because it is a great back developer, and again, a few things to keep in mind to make sure you get the most out of this movement. The setup is very simple, as you can see in the video. I'm holding on to a dumbbell and I'm almost parallel to the floor. Now you don't need to be parallel to the floor, but you can have a little bit, I would say, an angle slightly higher. So yeah, see how your lumbar flexibility is, how hamstring is feeling. Now comes the important part. The rowing is important, but what happens afterward with the eccentric movement, you can see I go down, I'm trying to touch the dumbbell to the ground by really opening up my scapula a bit more. So I'm really stretching it out under load my back and then pulling it up. Remember a few things. When you pull the weight up, I want you to imagine that you're taking your elbow back and trying to meet it with the other elbow. So there might be a twisting motion there, but you're really trying to contract that back, and then when you come back lower, you're getting that added stretch. Control it and do not rush the movement. I don't want you to half-ass that movement where you see those trying to get those pendulum like this and they don't work. It won't work. If you really want to make the most out of this, get that added stretch in your back, get that dumbbell, hold on to it and then pull it. Amazing exercise. At some point your obliques will also be on fire. You'll see, you know how people say you have to activate your core is bloody activated all the time. Always activated, it's always working. You just have to, you'll be stable, you'll pull it, you'll feel the difference and you'll feel the burn in your back. Do it on both sides. What I've gone for 3 sets of 12 to 15 repetitions. So I'm really going high endurance work. Choose the weight that you can perform this exercise with mindfully and you will see a big difference down the line. Pro tip, if you feel one side is weaker than the other or you significantly feel one side is lagging behind, just few extra reps out of that side. The 4th exercise, now we go on to the chest. Okay, a little bit tricky, a little bit controversial, but believe me, this is one of the best exercises you can do for your shoulder joint as well as your chest development. It's a dip. Now people say that you should not go really low on the dip because it might hurt your shoulder joint. Bitch please, you will develop better shoulders if you get into that range of motion. But again, a few things to keep in mind. If you're not familiar with this movement, then I want you to build it up nice and slow. I don't want you to just go down there and then you could hurt yourself. Your joints are supposed to be taken through its full range of motion, and believe it or not, your shoulder is pretty much capable of doing this movement and load it up. So make sure that your body is leaning forward, because the more upright you are, the more you're going to blast your triceps, which is not the goal of this exercise. It is to get a deep stretch in your chest while also working your anterior delt and while also working your tricep. Now, if this movement gets difficult, you can always put a resistance band across those pins and then put your knees in, and might help you come back up, but really focus on the negatives. Even if you do the negative portion of it, so you just jump up and you just control the way down and then put your legs back and jump again, that'll be great. 4 sets of 5 repetitions. It will be hard, it might be taxing. If you are really used to this movement, bump it up to let's say 8 repetitions, but by now you will be feeling tired out slightly. Now before I go any further, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to us. Our job is to provide you guys with such workouts so it makes your life easy on the go. You just have to take screenshots and put it on your phone and just follow it, track it and see how you're progressing. Also comment what you would like us to cover next. If there's any lagging body part that you want to grow or you want to strengthen, we'll be happy to help you out. Now the 5th exercise, now we're trying to really isolate the shoulder and work on it in a very athletic way. Now there are 2 ways of doing this exercise and it depends on you how you feel comfortable doing it. Number 1, the way I'm showing it, I'm going into a shoulder press with a barbell and then going it behind my neck and then behind the neck press and coming back up. I'm really trying to target those shoulder muscles. Now I have decent shoulder external rotation, so I'm able to handle that load. But by the end of this workout, my arms were pretty short already and I was feeling the fatigue after a long day of working. So I did not load up the barbell and I went with it probably for around 15 repetitions. Now when I say 15, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2 is front and back. Now let's say if you don't have that shoulder external rotation happening, don't be afraid, just do a regular military press or a shoulder press. Now we're trying to go for volume over here and again control the negative portion of the lift nicely. You want to get that eccentric load so you can get that muscle, get it all the way down. Don't just stop here because you still have a few inches left to milk the juice of growth from the fountain of youth, probably, because you're good looking. Anywho, so focus on that, get those reps in, 3 sets of 15, and you will really feel your shoulders being absolutely pumped. I would say if you don't have access to barbell and it feels hard and you really want to work on behind the neck, grab, let's say, a lighter barbell, the 10 kg one if you have access to it. Or if you don't have barbell at all, don't worry, just do a shoulder press while seated or while standing. Up to you, doesn't matter, but you will get the benefit of what we are trying to derive over here. The last exercise, I was already shattered by now, so I don't work on my biceps as much as I should, but I like working on my triceps. Although my tricep did work during my incline bench press, my dips, even my shoulder press, now I'm trying to isolate them by doing an incline skull crusher. Now the reason I like the incline is you get an added stretch into your tricep, which you can actually get while lying down on a bench also, but it just makes me feel good. So do what feels best, but the movement is the skull crusher. Easy bar, classic as usual, doesn't hurt your wrist. Although it did take me a while to get into position, you can see me shuffling around a little bit to find the right movement for myself, but then eventually I did. I started off with an empty bar, then loaded up 2.5 kgs on each side, and I tried to go for a lot of volume because somehow my triceps actually heal slightly faster, so I'm able to beat them up, whereas my biceps sometimes take a lot longer. Now I haven't added a bicep exercise, I haven't added an ab exercise because, like I said, you're a working professional, probably you're busy, you don't have much time to spend in the gym, and by now if you see the clock, you would have spent almost 60 minutes in the gym. So this is the end of the workout. The easy bar skull crusher, do it for 3 sets of 15 to 18 repetitions. Try to really go full range of motion, control the eccentric motion, and then come back up, and then have some big, nice, juicy Thor-like arms, right? There you have it, guys. This workout is going to help you build this classic physique. If somehow you missed our previous video of a really powerful lower body workout for you to develop strength and size in your legs, don't forget to check this out.